Hello and welcome back to my channel, GD Sert here, and this is the second episode of my series Road to GameDev. In the last episode we rage quitted Blender, but I will come back to Blender sooner or later because it really bothers me that I couldn't do it. So in the end of the project we will create our character over there. In this episode we will create the character movement. So we will program it with Visual Studio, and we will not add any animations yet. Maybe in the next episode, I think in the next episode in the best case. The goal of this episode is we have a character that responds to WASD, to the camera, to the mouse, and it is smooth, right? I downloaded a random asset from the asset store, so we have a character. Like I said, we will come back to Blender, but I think in the end. So I changed the plan. I want to make the game, and we can make it pretty when the game works, or maybe the character works first. So without further ado, let's jump into Unity. Alright, so we created the project WrestleBall, and I chose 3D URP to make it compatible with different consoles. That is how it looks. That loads for a while if you never made that. I watched the video from CodeMonkey while doing this, so he deleted the simple scene, so I deleted that too, and we will create that later. Then I created a floor basically where my character can stand on. It was just a basic plane, a 3D object. I changed the sizes to 5 from the X and Y axis. Then I went to the asset store and I just looked some free assets up and just chose this free hyper casual one just for the sake to have a character to move. And I downloaded it and wanted to import it, but Unity couldn't find it. I didn't know why. I had to restart it, then he found it. But while trying to finding it, I found the assets Cinemachine. I saw some videos on YouTube where people used it, so I will use it as well in this video. I found a video from Brackeys. I think I showed that in my episode 0. We will use it in this video. It's pretty nice. After restarting it, the hyper casual asset was there. I could download it and import it. Make sure to press all at the top from the little window that pops up to get really everything. Then I just drag and dropped the character or the model in my field, in my scene. Then I created another object called player, and I put the mail inside of the player just to have it more organized. And now we start with the coding. I created the folder scripts and made a player script inside of there. This is where the coding starts with C#. I'm really used with Python and JavaScript, so it's a bit different to use C#. It's like Java. I have to press a lot of buttons to make something. And this is how the script always looks at the beginning. Only start and update. And this is what I did. I just made simple input keys. If the user presses W, it should go on this axis forward or backward. And I found a problem. I changed the axis, so I had WASD but it should be WSAD. Now he moves, but not to the front and to the back. He moves to the up and down. So I change that as well. And now when I restart the game scene, he does what he should do. So come back, boy. But I didn't like that code, so I deleted everything and I put this in there. I found this code from the Brackeys YouTube channel. And what that actually does is, on top we got our public variables, what we use, and the inputs get axis raw from the horizontal and vertical. It just reads what the user presses from the arrow keys or from WASD. So if you presses a button that makes the character go vertical, he reads that, or horizontal, then he reads that and creates a new vector. The if loop starts when the user presses a button. It actually calculates the angles where how the character should move and where he should move to keep it short. I didn't understand it at first, but now I think I get a touch with it, with the velocity for turning and the speed and the angle. So the test was, oh no, I first had to put the player as the controller, so the system knows, okay, the script is for this player. And we put the main camera in cam. The camera was glitching a bit at first, so I didn't know why. I tried to change the middle rig to fix it, but that was not the problem. The problem was I had to put the script into the mail object, so into the model we imported and not from the player. But then I have to put the player object in controller. Yeah, I don't know if it's the right way what I did, but we will find out sooner or later, I guess. But after I restarted the game scene, it actually worked. So he moved like he should. It was very smooth, and the camera worked as well. Then I changed the material from the floor just to play around. And that was actually an old asset I had. I don't know why it is still in the material from the new project. But yeah, we have a bit of color in now, and we can see the progress he makes when we want to walk with him. He follows the camera, so where the camera looks is forward right now. Alright, that's it from this episode. So we made progress. We have our character. He moves smoothly with the arrow and WASD keys. I'm happy about that. I found some things I want to change in the next episode. I can look through the floor, so I think I can add a collision border, or is it called collision border? I'm not sure right now, but when I go down with the camera, he goes closer to the feet from the character, but it does not go through the ground. So this is what I want to change in the next episode. And I just want to refactor everything. Is it correct how the script, in which object the script component is and how it should be? But I'm happy with the progress. So we have a moving character on the next episode. Like I said, refactoring a bit. And I think we add some animation into it. I will look in the asset store if I find some free assets. So if I'm lucky, I can add some animation into it, right? This is it from episode 2. This was the first one. I only made the voiceover. I hope you liked it, and see you next time. Peace.